Ladies, gentlemen, welcome back. We've got another siege commentary for you, and this is a special siege. You know when you have one of those sieges that just goes right? Well, I had one of those rare unicorn of a siege that comes in, and everything goes your way. We are using men-at-arms, Houndsmen, and the Imperial Spearmen. We don't actually get to using the Imperial Spearmen, but we have a really good showing with the Men-at-Arms. Those guys are great in sort of 2 or 3 unit kind of mosh pits. That's really nice. They're really good at bodyguarding. I'm enjoying them a lot. A few things I need to change with the doctrines, but overall, they've been really good fun to play. Well, not fun, but easy. Easy to play because you just shove them on cover the commander, as you'll see in a minute. And they just pick up kills. They actually do a relatively good amount of damage to heroes. They're just a good, solid unit. Granted, mine have got very good doctrines and fully done in the unit tree, but apart from that, they are just men-at-arms. That in one of my other videos, you'll see the affectionacy line and stuff that is top and middle. So at the moment, obviously just picking up some serves, just trying to slow the towers down slightly. The sort of normal start. That's actually nice because the one thing when I would play dual blades, the starter games, there wasn't really, I could get on a cannon, but if cannons were full, I just kind of had to walk around for a bit and wait at points and stuff. So it's quite a nice alternative. It looks good on the board, you know, get a few peasants under the kill count belt at the start here. And actually, I think we're doing a relatively good job at stopping them from doing it. They've even had to, well, I think their hero might have died, but anyway, that tower's not getting up for at least another 10 seconds. And now we're just going to fight at the breach here. They've got a few units there. Peasant group as well, that is perfect because we'll pick up those. Just make sure we get a few of those hits in. Yeah, but as I said, this siege was one of the ones that I literally had my mouth open at the end of it. I was like, wow, that went well. Just the shortbow thing, I think for me at the moment is sort of clicking. It's clicking nicely. I'm getting used to it, and yeah, you know, you just suddenly with a weapon figure out how you should be playing it, the nuances a little bit, and I think I've just discovered how it all goes. He goes for a little grab there, misses, and do you know what? The funny thing is, since I brought up the men-at-arms thing, this might just be curiosity, you know, like when you buy a car and then you see the same car on the road all the time. Well, since I said the men-at-arms thing, I've seen so many men-at-arms, so maybe I've started a trend. Maybe. Probably not. We missed that musket, but he gets stuck in my men-at-arms that are doing great damage, and I'll just finish him off. Unfortunately, if that was Shield Maidens, obviously that guy would have fallen in and died instantly. But they half-healthed him. He was diving around, jumping around a bit, wriggling. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. We still got the kill, and now we've got the Roman shields here. We're coming in with the men-at-arms. I'm going to push in aggressively. We've got 2 Nadachis, a maul, a musket, and a glaive. I thought the best course of action here is to go as aggressive as possible. They shove their... Is that men-at-arms? Yeah, their men-at-arms in. And now we're just going to... Our ones, I think, are better doctrines because they are lasting out here. So we picked up a few assists, and this guy tries to get away, and nope. Get him to the head. And that was a lovely little push by the men-at-arms there. I was very pleased. Every time I use this unit, I get more and more pleased with them. They really are. It's nice. It's really nice to have a sort of a knight, like a knightly unit that is actually usable. That sounds weird, but it's quite. I like the Western units, like because when we grew up, it was like knights and horses and swords, sword and shield. So to be able to wander around with Cover the Commander on with some men-at-arms. It kind of feels cool, you know? It's kind of fancy. Fancy-wise, feels good. Anyway, for some reason, someone's bought Huskals. That was a big error straight out the gates from that person, because they're about as useful as a chocolate teapot. So now we're going to just dive in there. I'm just sort of looking where the stalwarts are coming. I'm like, okay, they can take the first hit. And they've got a lot of archers out there. I think Imperial archers, potentially. We see this Nadachi go down the side. I thought, why not? Let's take that Nadachi. My guys should have him. And then push through, and let's try and get away with as many archers as possible. Dive down here. Hit that one, and now send a steel shot through the middle. And nab that little kill at the end there. Lovely. Lovely little push. So these, the men-at-arms, I find they're right in the middle of like Imperial Spearguard and the kind of Spear Sergeants, potentially. Just that they're not as defensive by any means as the Imperial Spearguard, but they do a lot more damage. And so it's kind of that nice in-between. So now there's a push for A nice little push. Our team is holding it quite well. We've got some guns back here with me. I probably should be moving in closer, but I'm sort of waiting to bring my troops back, and they're not the fastest in the world. They're definitely faster than Palace Guards. That is one of their bonuses. Managed to do a ridiculous amount of damage for him. I think it's because I've stacked up the 4 kills. You know, when you get the 3% extra damage out for every hero kill you get 4 times, so I've got that quite a lot on me at the moment, so my damage is now actually much better than it was before. So they arrive, the men-at-arms arrive, we're going to pick up some more kills, grab some more hero kills. We're now facing a lot of damage, but my team for some reason is starting to dissipate, so we are going to struggle here. And I was very annoyed when I got killed there when my team went, but actually the way this game went, that was the best thing that could have happened to me. I really wanted to get a flawless game, but yeah, as I said, the best thing that happened. So now we're coming in with Houndsmen. I do not use Houndsmen that often, but actually this time I am now going to be using Houndsmen a lot more. The disruption and the pure amount of damage these bad boys put out. No wonder they're so squishy, because the trade-off for them is where it's at. So they will be now becoming a significant part of my warband, I would imagine. So we just the main thing is keeping them alive. I was kind of getting a bit worried that they may have longbows or something like that, or try and treb. So I'm like, you know what? Let's keep these bad boys moving. I see some Shenjis over there. I'm like, maybe I could just nab a Shenji. That we do manage to grab one. That was lovely. And then we go for a bit of a session where we miss this guy a load. Where he just dances around my arrows, and then for some reason he sticks around for a bit, so I hit him with the ult, and it actually comes off. Not for me, but there's a very brave glaive down there who's actually somehow managed to escape, and then that guy didn't, so that's another one under the belt. The main thing I'm trying to do is get my hero damage bonus back. Unfortunately, we didn't get the kill on that one. I think it was my dogs that were down there. That I think is the reason why I can get so many kills in this game, is because the dogs slow everyone so much that means you can actually get a hit off with the short bow. And to be fair, the spot I've got up here is incredible for range. I've seen muskets up here, longbows up here before, and it is the most irritating thing being the attacking team having someone standing on this wall. It might be something that they need to patch so you can't stand up on that wall, because it is such an easy place to farm kills, as you'll see in a minute. So yeah, we just send the guys back at the moment. I'm just trying to keep them safe from the trebs and the random sort of units running about for a little bit until they're really needed. That was a good choice. As you see, that's my damage on them all. It is just on heavy armor. It's incredibly high. So we got the dogs back, and we're just going to keep them away from there. And the first bit right here, dogs go in. I was looking at those bombs like, are they for me? Nope, they weren't for me. That was great. And I see this maul come up. I'm like, no, don't you do it. Don't you do it. And unfortunately, he's come for it. He's come to do a twirl, but he actually doesn't kill as many as I thought. And my team do such a great job for once of protecting my men. They come in and take him out for me. That was, yeah, so good. Because the following clip coming up will explain why it was good. Yeah, I was very shocked. So now, yeah, just using the walls to my advantage. Tried to nab this guy. Managed to get a stun on him, but unfortunately, he's just getting... I didn't get the kill. Obviously, he got the kill. Yeah, it was a good attempt, though. And then got the Shenjis over there. I'm always trying to annoy on short bow. I'm always trying to find a way to get people to have to put their units back at the supply point or not have them out or something like that. You know, just try and make them waste time as much as possible by healing up their range. That's always a good play. If there's nothing else going on, just damage people's units. Even if you don't kill it, they feel the need to take it back to the supply point, and yeah, it's a waste of time for them, really. So now we're going to get the dogs back. They're sort of preparing for their next push, and they've got quite a lot of good units out right now. So we are getting, and we look a bit stretched, a bit thin. So and some guys have gone off to wander around there that I thought, well, maybe that's okay, but we don't have that many here. It'd just take one final push and we'd be there. Anyway, see the Namcams, like, okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. I can just nab these out the way, and it's just free kills for me until they start shooting. And yeah, the guys will end up moving them. See if we can nab that. A nice little Shenji throw there. Beautiful. And now my doggos are here. I was thinking maybe they would run down there. But no luck on that. I probably should have looked at potentially putting them back, and then like trying to arc those arrows, almost getting nailed by those archers. That happens sometimes. Yeah, you gotta watch those walls for those arrow rains. This Nadachi gets involved with my dogs. Didn't really do much. I'm running these Houndsmen on the bottom row. So the dogs are more powerful, and it has been a great thing. And here we go, in for a huge amount of damage here, pulling in the kills. This short sword here is going to take a bit of damage soon if my guys will turn to him. And we're about to get into the annihilation that I will let play out without me interrupting it, because it is something special. It is something special. And it only happens once in a blue moon. So I will, when it comes on, I will go quiet for a minute. Oh, it won't be now because I'm sending them back. So we'll leave. Forget I said that. Yeah, nice few kills. I don't even know what I'm on at this point. I'm just trying to survive this bleed. Get a little heal off. I don't want to die again. I feel like so we're on 10 heroes and 100 and something units at the moment. So this is already, for me, feels like a great game. I'd be more than happy with this. And now it's just back to annoying heroes again and missing a lot. Trying to find the spot. Missed that one. Hit that one. And then fortunately there's a few archers over there that we need to probably get out of the way so we to do it. And then struggling to get on this wall. I kept having this moment where I was like, come on, let me on this wall. And yeah, it's always annoying. See if we can tap that guy out. So close. So many times on shortbow, you get someone within an inch of their life. And yeah, it just doesn't come off. But now they're starting to pack themselves up. They're getting ready for a push. We've overextended a little bit, trying to push them. My Houndsmen are on the way back. And yeah, so we're about to experience a big push that hopefully we can negate, and we can make sure that it doesn't happen. Again, getting peppered by archers. They have a lot there. That is, that's going to be good for me, because I have dogs that are going to go and munch everything down there. Get the final heal off before the big push comes. We have shield balls. We're looking pretty good, but they've got some units down there. I see some Iron Reapers. I see some nasty stuff. So now it's time to move ourselves into position. I see they've put a mortar down that was quite worrying me a little bit, but I thought, you know what? Let's send the doggos down and see what happens. And here we go. I'll let this play out. as I said, one of those moments that you don't get that often. Yeah, I was pretty flabbergasted at that one. Just a quick 8 kills out of nowhere, or whatever it was, 7 kills. So it ended up being a pretty damn good game from this point. Anything could have happened here. I mean, it's nice to get the win, but even a loss, this would have become a commentary video 100%. Not sure where all that damage came from or anything like that. It was just pure, yeah, pure adrenaline. And now we're just getting down to the last 40 seconds. I'm thinking, get the dogs out. I don't really mind anymore. Playing them a bit, yeah, a little bit unbrave. And I was like, oh, actually, I don't want to take a death. So I'm just going to weave through the YOLO cav down to the last thing. I could have easily been killed there. And that would have probably ruined the end of this clip. So, but we managed to survive. We've got 1 Houndsman left, just peppering away. I'm just letting him shoot. He's just doing his thing. And then we're going to come in for the final 7 seconds, see if we can nab something else. Commit everything into the kills, but unfortunately we don't nab another one. But as it goes, one of my best games I've had. We score an MVP, really, really nice. 4 heroes, 91 for the Houndsmen, 2 heroes and 28 for the Men-at-Arms. 17 heroes, 1 death, 18 assists, and 177 units. Really, really nice. Such a good game. Very enjoyable, and it's starting to feel good with the short bow. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that one, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching.